We're here for noon flow. It's a couple of minutes early. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm just gonna turn the volume up a little bit. I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes here. Seeing if somebody joins. Everybody's probably outside in the sunshine, which is lovely. Leila's here. Hi Leila, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Glad to see you. Hi. Right. Yeah, I just said Leila, I'm just gonna wait. It's one more minute. I'm just gonna wait. Oh, somebody else came on. Right. So we're here for a flow hour. Alessandra, my friend. Hello, good to see you. Lovely. Glad you're here. Yeah, we're collecting some people. And my clock shows me it's 12 o'clock. So I like to start on time. Yeah, you're taking me outside. That's awesome, Leila. So hello everyone who joins for Noon Flow. I was really hoping to stream for you from my back deck, which is actually quite lovely, but there's so much construction going on in our neighborhood that I was just worried that all of a sudden in the middle of our flow practice, some power tool is coming on and you won't be able to hear me anymore. So hopefully we'll find another time, maybe on a weekend, when I can do this from outside. So for today, I had a conversation yesterday with somebody and I thought this time really teaches us about not having so many expectations, right? Because what was true yesterday might not be true tomorrow anymore. And if we set expectations, then we also set ourselves up a little bit for disappointment. And I thought the yoga mat is a really, really nice and safe space to practice working with our expectations. So on your practice today, maybe set this intention to not have expectations at all. Maybe you came here and said, oh, I want to sweat, or I want to work hard, or maybe you came and said, I really want to just relax. So try to approach this practice without the expectations and just see how it unfolds for you and where you find yourself. So let's begin. If you aren't already there yet, I'm going to move back onto my mat so you can see me from there. Go and find Sukhasana. So easy seat. All right, cross-legged here. Doesn't matter which leg is in front of the other. Just take a moment to settle yourself up here. And then your hands can be palms down, palms up, resting on your legs, or maybe cradling in your lap here. Maybe closing your eyes or softening the gaze down to the ground. Just take a moment. Take in the noises that are happening around you. Maybe you're outside or somewhere in your house. Take them in. And then make a conscious decision to just not pay attention to them. And turn your ears inward, an inward hearing. Maybe hearing your breath as it moves in and out. Maybe we can even listen for that heartbeat of ours. Maybe we can feel it beating in our chest. Maybe we can even hear it. And on your next exhalation, extend that exhalation. Make it a little longer. Exhale fully and ground yourself really down into the earth below in your seat here. And doing that again, extending the exhalation, grounding yourself down. I have a cat here, you might hear the snoring. He likes to sleep while I teach, and he snores really loud. And then from that grounding on your next inhalation, keeping the grounding but lifting a little taller in your seat here. Creating space between the ribs, creating space along your spine, reaching the crown of the head up. Going through this couple more rounds, the exhalation grounds you down And with the inhalation, out of that grounding, we rise up and we lift up. And you can bring your hands together in front of your heart with a lot of space between your hands, just the fingertips and the heels of the hands touching here, creating space. And then maybe return setting an intention if you want to set one. Maybe you follow my invitation to set this intention of just approaching the moment as it is without expectations. We flutter the eyes open, bring the hands down to the side on the fingertips. Left fingertips stay down, right arm comes up and flexing the hand in here. Then drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Make sure to not shrug the shoulder up, but let the shoulder drop down. And maybe that left arm comes up and overhead, placing it on the right ear, tucking the chin a little bit to the chest here. And then reversing that right hand, pointing the fingers down. Inhaling back up to center, both hands down. Now this time the right hand stays down. Inhale, the left arm comes up, flexing the hand. Right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe reaching the right arm up. Drawing the chin to the chest slightly. And pointing the fingers of the left hand down. Back up. Releasing. And back to the ground. From here, we're going to find Virasana, hero's pose. We're sitting on our heels. If you have a block or a book or a pillow, you can bring that between and sit on that. So we're sitting up nice and tall here. Then inhale, we reach the arms out in front of us, make fists, and we just open and close the fists here. Spreading the fingers really wide, really energetically here. Reaching the arms up overhead. Going a little faster, spreading wider here, releasing a little bit of tension from our fingers. Probably doing even more typing these days on little devices and keyboards, bringing the arms down and around. And just moving in a few circles here, keeping the opening and closing of the fist. Really lots of energy here, out through the fingertips here. And reaching up once more and then shaking everything out and down and around. Interlace the hands. Well, I have some tongue twisters here. Interlacing the hands behind your back. Inhale, draw the hands down towards the floor, sending the gaze up, reaching the sternum up. Staying here for a breath or two. And then send the gaze forward and bring the fists out to the left hip. And back down, drawing it towards the floor, and then over to the right hip here. And once more, back down to the floor. And we unclasp the hands, bring the arms around, and then here, we cross the right arm over the left. We're finding eagle arms here, or you can also just hold on to your shoulders if you like. So we're on eagle arms. We inhale, we lift up onto our shins, reaching the arms up and away a little bit. Exhale, we lower down, we curl in, we tuck the belly button in, tuck the chin in. Inhale, rising, and exhale, lowering, curling in. Inhale, rising, exhale, lowering, and unwinding the arms and finding the opposite cross here. And then this time we just stay down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl in. Here, really that pull on the shoulders. The shoulder blades are pulling away from each other as we're reaching the arms up and forward a little bit, working on our shoulders. And unwinding the arms. And then from here we come onto hands and knees. Finding a tabletop here. And then turn your hands so your fingers are pointing out to the side. And here, smallest movements, only the shoulder blades, your upper back. You inhale, you slide the shoulder blades together on your upper back. You exhale, you slide the scapula out and away from each other. So the hips aren't moving here. The spine isn't really moving. It's just that small movement of the shoulder blades here. And you can stay here or you can come into plank and continue this motion of sliding the shoulder blades in and out. In and out. And sending the hips back down. Turn the fingers facing back, sinking the hips back a little bit, bending the elbows, the heels of the hands lift up or stretching in the fingers here. Come back forward, fingers are facing forward. And from here, the tops of the toes, the tops of the feet are pressing down on the floor. Now we inhale to a full cow, dropping the belly, sending the heart forward. Exhale, rounding out to cat. Inhaling to cow, your choice staying here or following me, lifting the knees off the mat, coming onto the tops of the feet. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And bring the knees down. Now we tuck the toes under. We lift the heel, the knees hovering over the mat here. Shift the weight forward over the hands. Shift it back, but keep the knees low. And keep going here a few times. Shifting the weight to the front and to the back. Finding your breathing, maybe your ujjayi breathing. Let's keep going here a few times. And then sending the hips up, finding a first downward facing dog here. Just stretching through the legs, space between the shoulders and the ears. Shake the head yes and no. And bring the knees back down to the mat. We keep the toes tucked. And once more, we're lifting the knees slightly off the mat. And then here, we lift the left foot and the right hand at the same time and place it back down. And then the other way around. Right, so diagonal foot and hand. They lift and they come back onto the mat. Very gently, imagine like a big bear walking through the woods. And then we begin and just walk forward along across our mat with big bear paws. And then walking back, trying to have the foot and the hand land at the same time. If you reach the end of the mat, keep going a little bit more. And then walk forward once more. Finding the center of the mat. Lift the hips up, find downward facing dog. Take the feet a little bit wider here. To the outer edges of the mat. And with the left hand, reach diagonal across the body for the outside of your right shin, your right leg. Look under that right armpit here, finding a twist. And then making sure that your right hip doesn't bulge out to the side, but that you actually pull that left hip back here. Switch sides. Right hand reaches across to the left leg. The left hip draws back rather than out to the side. Looking under the left armpit here. Bringing the hand back. Then walk the hands back to the feet and bend the knees here. Toes are facing forward. And from here, we place the hand forward a little bit. And we just make a little bit of a hop to bring the feet next to the hands. We're just hopping to the front of the mat. One more, and then setting the hands back, hopping back. Setting the hands back, hopping back. We're just trying to land quietly so nobody can hear us down below. How quiet can I hop here? Landing on the toes. Hopping all the way to the back of the mat. Staying here. Sending the hips up, folding forward here for a moment, wide-legged forward fold or semi-wide-legged. And then turn the toes out, bend the knees again. Reach the arms forward here. Reaching forward, inhaling. Exhaling, draw the fists into the waist. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, fists into the waist. Inhale, reach forward. Exhaling, fists. Then reach forward. You can bring the fingertips down. You can wave from side to side and then send the hips up. Toes turn forward. Forward folding here on the back of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forward and coming into high plank here. Inhale, shifting the weight over the hands a little bit. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And keep going a few times here. Inhaling, shifting the weight forward. Exhale, send the hips high. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, hips high. On the inhale, lift the right leg up. Then bend the knee, open the hip up. Draw the heel back behind you. Inhale here, and you can stay here on the exhale. Bring the right knee to the right triceps. Inhale, send it back up, open the hip. One more time, exhaling, knee to the outside of that right triceps. And inhale, open up, and bring the leg down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg comes up, bend the knee, open the hip up. And either staying here or on your next exhale to the outside of the left triceps. Inhale, open up. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, opening. Exhale, sending the leg down, downward facing dog. Inhale, we shift forward into plank. Drop the knees, shift the weight forward. Keep your core engaged, tugging the belly button slightly in. Keep the hips lifted. Chest and chin come to the mat here. Inhale, slide through to cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhaling cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat and bring the arms alongside your body, palms facing down. Inhale, lifting chest, legs and arms. Shalabhasana. Exhale, lower everything down, hands under shoulders. And coming onto hands and knees, sliding the hips back, sending them up, downward facing dog here. And one more time, inhale, shifting the weight forward. And your choice of knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga or Chaturanga. Lowering down all the way. Inhaling cobra. Exhale, lower down. Hands, arms alongside the body. Inhale, lifting. Shalabhasana. Exhale, lower. Hands under the shoulders. And then coming through table or reverse plank into downward facing dog here. Inhaling, exhaling, soften the knees, stepping to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, rise up, reaching the arms up. And send the hips back. Bend the knees here, coming into chair, Utkatasana. And now turn the hands so the palms are facing the floor. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, swing the arms to the back, fold over your legs. Inhale, coming up to Utkatasana. Exhale, come back. Inhale, lift up. And on the exhale, we bring the arms back and we lift that right knee, bring it into the forehead. Lowering the knee down, inhaling. Once more, exhaling, lifting the knee. Inhale, foot down. Exhale, lift the knee, tug it in. Inhale, reach. And now switching sides, lifting the left knee into the nose. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, and exhale, lift. Inhale, retry, sink a little deeper in your chair. Maybe lift the toes off the mat here. And draw the elbows to the waist. Inhale, reach, sink the weight, shift the weight back. Exhale, cactus arms. Reach and exhale. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhaling, hands to the heart here. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your heartbeat. Maybe it beats a little faster than at the beginning of the practice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw the hands down the midline, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, stepping back to high plank. And your choice of lowering down, maybe coming through a upward facing dog here. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here we inhale, we lift the right leg, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, knee to the outside of the right elbow. Inhale once more, lift it up, open the hip. And then bring the right foot in between the hands here. Left hand comes to the inside of the right foot. So we inhale, we reach the right arm up to the ceiling. The back leg is strong. You can also drop the knee down if you want to. It's an option to take. Inhale, reach, and then as you exhale, you thread that right arm under your left arm, reaching for your rib cage here, to the side of the rib cage. As you inhale, you draw the rib cage, rotating it up and open to the right, reaching the right arm up. Exhale, threading the hand under. Inhale, rotating the hips, reaching up. And keep going here a couple of more times. Pressing through that back heel, the left leg. One more time, reaching and then keeping that right arm reaching. Come onto the fingertips of that left hand, and then here, draw the thighs, the inner thighs together. Engage your core, and then see if from here we can lift ourselves up, coming to a standing twist over that front right knee. You can bring the left hand to the outside of that right thigh. Right arm keeps reaching back, or you can take a half bind here behind your back, looking over your right shoulder. Reach the arms out to the side once more. Reaching the arms out to the front, we come to high crescent lunge here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw the elbows down, cactus arms. Inhale, open the chest a little more. Exhale, bring the hands together, forearms together. Inhale, open. And exhale, close your book. Open and close. Your left hip pulls forward and your right hip pulls back. Alright, finding the closing here. One more opening. And bring the hands to the hips. And heel toe that front foot, that right foot a little bit to the outer edge of the mat. And then spin that back heel down. So we're finding Virabhadrasana one here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring them reaching to the front. And then here, the right arm, crosses over the left. Finding eagle arms here. Inhale, lift the arms up and away. Exhale, curl your belly button in, curl your chest in, curl the elbows in. Inhale, reach and open. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach. And then on the exhale, fold to the inside of that right knee here. Staying here, hanging out here for a moment. Inhale, lifting back up. And then shifting the weight into the front foot, swinging that left leg around, crossing it over, and find your version of eagle legs here. Maybe the toes kickstanding on the floor, maybe wrapping them around. And then when you're here, whoops, see, I need a kickstand today. Sink a little deeper. Maybe you bring the elbows to the knee. Come a little smaller here. And inhale, we come back up, setting that left foot back. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat. Stepping back, high plank. Flowing or skipping the flow, lowering down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Downward facing dog. Now moving on to the other side. Inhale, we lift the left leg, bend the knee, open the hip here. Exhale, knee to the outside of that left elbow. Inhale, bringing it back up, open the hip. Exhale, knee to the elbow. One more inhale, open the hip. And then bring the left foot between your hands. Right hand comes to the inside of that left foot. Your back knee can stay lifted, or you can lower it down. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, thread the left hand under your right arm. Reach for your ribs here. On the inhale, draw the ribs open to the left, reaching the left arm up. Exhale, reaching for the ribs. Inhale, rotating open, reaching up. And exhale. One more here. Reaching open, keeping the reach of the left arm here. Come onto the fingertips of the right hand. Integrating the center of your body, hugging the thighs together. Inhale, lifting up, finding your standing twist here over your left leg, reaching the arms away from each other. The right hand can come to the outside of the left thigh and the left hand can find the bind. Inhaling, opening the arms wide. And bringing it to the center here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus arms. Reaching. And cactus arms. And then here we inhale, we lift the heart. We exhale, we close the arms. Open. And close. Open. And close. Bring the hands to the hips. Heel toe that left foot a little bit more to the outside. And then bring that right heel down. Coming into Virabhadrasana, one on this side. Reaching the arms up, inhaling. Strong through that back leg. Exhaling, arms reach forward. Right arm crosses over left. Sorry, left arm crosses over right. I'm trying to mirror here. Eagle arms, reaching up, curling the heart open. And exhale, drawing everything in, curling in, chin to the chest. Inhale, open, reaching the arms up and away. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, open. And exhale, curl in. One more time, inhale, open, reach the arms a little higher on the exhale. Forward to the inside of that left leg here. Hang out here for a moment. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. And inhale, rise back up. Shift the weight into the front foot. And bring that right leg around, finding your variation of eagle legs here. Finding your drishti, your focal point. And then you can stay up here or you can bend the standing leg, lower yourself down a little bit. Elbows to the knees here. Inhale, rise back up. Step the right foot back. Finding warrior one more time. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Stepping back to high plank here. Lowering down through your vinyasa. And then come back to child's pose here for a moment. Legs are wide, toes are touching together. Forehead on the ground, reaching the arms out long in front of you. Walk the hands over to the left. Place your right hand on top of the left. Sink that right hip back. Swap the hands over to the right, left hand on top of the right, sinking the left hip back here. And hands come to the middle, reaching forward. And drawing the hands under the shoulders, tucking the toes under, lifting up to downward facing dog here. Inhale, we lift the right leg, bend the knee, open the hip, drawing that heel back behind us. Exhale, knee to the outside of that right triceps. Once more, inhale, opening the hip. Exhale, knee to the outside of that triceps. Inhale, open, and then bringing the right foot to the outside of both hands. Here you can keep the back knee lifted, or you can lower it down a little bit, your choice. I come up on my fingertips here. As we inhale, we curl the heart open, the sternum reaches forward. And as we exhale, we draw the belly button in, tuck the chin in, and then that back leg, that left leg, you energetically pull that left foot forward. So you really get some engagement here in your leg. Inhale, curling open. And exhale, curling in. Inhale, curl open. Exhale. Inhale, open. You can come on your hands here and stay on your hands, or you can come down on your forearms. Again, opportunity. You can keep that back knee lifted. You can lower that back knee down. Just finding your variation here. Breathing slowly and deeply. And coming back up onto the hands, lifting that back knee off the mat. The left hand comes a little more to the center and a little more forward. The right hand comes onto your right hip. You heel toe that right foot towards the center of the mat, so the toes are facing to the right side. You come onto the outer edge of that left leg, and then lower the hips down, but they're hovering over the mat, reaching that right arm, reaching back. Inhale, lift the hips up, reach the arm overhead. And exhale, lowering the hips, hovering, arm back. Once more, lifting the hips, inhale here, and then bring the right hand to the hips. And here you can take that right foot and step it behind you, drawing your upper body towards the ceiling, reaching the right arm overhead. You can also bring your hand to the back of the neck, of the head here. Reaching and turning it back around. That right hand comes back down. That right leg is lifted. And then we slide it through in front of the left leg, straight out to the left side here. So this version of fallen triangle, we're on our hands. We're on the toes of that left leg, sliding the right leg through to the side. And then here, you can stay here. You can do a few dips here if you like, if you have that in you. And then lower yourself all the way down onto the mat here. Bring the arms out to the side and check in what you want to do with your head. Maybe your left hand reaches the right toes, but there are no brownie points for that if it doesn't. Your left ribs want to draw towards the mat, and the right ribs want to lift off the mat a little bit. Breathing here. And slide the hands under the shoulders. Lifting up, unthreading that leg, shaking it, lifting it up, shaking it up here in the air. And bringing the foot down, downward facing dog here. Inhaling, exhaling out the mouth. One more, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, the left leg goes high, the knee bends, we open the hip. Exhale, left knee to the left triceps. Inhale, back and open. Exhale, knee to the triceps. Once more, inhale, back and open, and on the exhale we step the left foot to the outside of the hands. Once more, coming onto fingertips, you can lower your knee down, you can keep the knee lifted. Inhale, curl the heart open and forward. Exhale, we draw the belly button in and the chin in, and then energetically the left foot pulls back and the right foot pulls forward. Keep going back and forth here a few times, following the guidance of your breath. And the hands come down. You can keep the back knee lifted or lower it down. You can come down onto your forearms here. Your choice, where you want to take this. Sinking into your breath a little deeper. Checking in, relaxing the jaw, parting the teeth here. Coming back up onto your hands. The right hand comes to the center of the mat and a little bit more forward. The left hand comes to the hip, to the left hip, and then we heel toe that left foot towards the center of the mat, toes turning to the left, coming onto the outer edge of that right leg, lowering the hips down, hovering, reaching the left arm back. Inhale, send the hips high, reach the arm overhead. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reaching hips high, and bring that left hand to the left hip, and step the left foot behind, rotating your upper body, your front of the body towards the ceiling, reaching the arm long, or maybe holding onto the neck here. Bringing that left hand back around onto the mat. The left leg goes high, and then we bring it and cross it in front of the right leg out to the side. Round hands here, still on the toes of that right foot, and then again you can take a few dips here if you like, or you can skip the dips altogether and lower all the way down onto your belly, reaching your arms out to the side. Maybe the right hand reaches for the left toes here. Check out where your head wants to land. Maybe you're on your left cheek or maybe on your right cheek. And breathing, holding here for a moment. And inhale, sliding the hands under the shoulders, coming back up, lifting that left leg, shaking it out here. Downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. And here we lift that right leg up. And we cross it in front of the left leg, bringing both knees down. Sitting back down. And then straightening that left leg out long. So the right leg is crossed over the left. We have Ardha Gomukhasana here. From here, you can make a pillow with your fists, lean forward and lean down. Or you can reach for the foot, reaching for your wrist, pulling yourself forward and down a little bit, making sure both hips are really grounding down onto the earth. So that's the important part here, that the hips are not popping up. Breathing. Holding here, maybe coming a little more forward, intensifying it a little bit. Just check in what you need here. No expectations of your body here. Meet it where it is. And then inhale, coming back up. And then we place that right foot to the outside of that left leg. Inhale, reaching the left arm around. The right arm goes back and we're twisting over the right shoulder here. Inhale, coming back to the center, and then we bend that left leg, coming over the knees, bringing the hands down on the mat, and then coming back up to downward facing dog. This time, inhale, we'll lift the left leg, and we cross it in front of the right leg, and coming onto the knees, sitting down, and then the right leg straightens. The left leg is crossed over, and we're finding our variation of Ardha Gomukhasana here. Checking in, how is this side different from the other side? Making sure the hips are rounded down. Breathing fully, relaxing the jaw, relaxing any tension in the facial muscles of the shoulders. And inhale, coming back up. And then we place the left foot to the outside of the right leg. Inhale, the right arm reaches around. The left arm comes back. We're finding a seated twist here. Looking over the left shoulder. And inhaling back around to the front, bending the right knee. Coming over onto the knees and hands. And coming to downward facing dog here. Inhale, we shift the weight forward, lowering down, flowing. Exhaling, downward facing dog. One more time here. You can skip the flow. You can come to child's pose or flow. One more time here, lowering down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then walk the hands back to your feet. You can bring the big toes to touch or keep them separate. That's your choice. Soften the knees. And rising up into Utkatasana one more time here. The palms are facing the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Sending the hands back behind. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bringing the right knee to the forehead, sending it back down. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the left knee to the forehead, bringing it back down. Inhale, rising up. And then exhale, bringing the right knee once more to the forehead. And as we inhale, bring the hands down to the mat, finding standing needle here. Reaching the leg high. Inhale. Then on the exhale, bringing the knee back around, arms behind you, forehead to the knee. Lower the foot down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bringing the left knee to the forehead. Oops. Inhale, bringing the hands down, sending the left leg up. Standing needle, folding over that standing right leg. Inhale. Exhale, bending that standing leg. Bring the knee to the forehead. Lower the foot down. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Walk the hands forward. Finding downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through between your hands. And then bring the hands to the inside of that left foot. Turning to the front here. Turning your toes out, bending the knees, having a wide stance here. And then here, just rock a few times from side to side, bending into the right knee. Inhale to the center, exhale into the left. Inhale into the center. Just going a few times from side to side here. And then find your center. Toes are out, knees are out. Keeping the knees bent, rise up. The arms are hanging between your legs here. Inhale, we rise the arms up overhead. Palms come to touch. Exhale, we draw them down the midline. One more time. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, drawing the hands down the midline. And once more, inhaling up. Exhale down the midline. And then here, we cross our wrists. So the hands are not laying on our chest, they are away from the chest. We're crossing the wrists. Sink a little bit deeper. As we inhale, we spin that right heel out and open the arms, palms facing up, warrior two. Exhaling, turning back to the center, crossing the wrists. And inhaling, opening to warrior two to the other side. Exhale, crossing, sinking. Inhaling, just going back and forth here a few times, following your breath. It might be slower or faster than I'm moving. Just follow the guidance of your breath. And then the next time we open out to the left side, we stay here. And we bring that right arm down. Inhale, reaching the left arm up and back, peaceful warrior. We can bring that right arm up to meet the left and hook the fingers here and draw that left arm back a little bit more, breathing into the opening of the left side body. Back to warrior two. Inhale. Then from exhale, we can find our extended side angle here. Or maybe you can even find the bind here if that is in your practice. I'm drawing that right shoulder up and open to the ceiling a little bit more. Inhaling back up to warrior two. And then on the exhale, we lower the hands to the mat. That right hand reaches and place that down, fingertips facing the right foot. And the left hand comes to the inside of that left knee. And draw that left shoulder open a little bit, looking up. And inhale, coming back up to warrior two. Straightening the front leg. And turning the palms facing forward. Bringing that left hand down to the inside of the left thigh. Reaching the right arm up and just sliding down into a variation of triangle here. Reaching. And both arms reach to the left, holding that beach ball that we don't get to hold this week. And inhale, rising back up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, and on the exhale, we turn back to the center, crossing the wrists. Inhale, opening out to the other side here, warrior two. And finding our peaceful warrior here, reaching the arm up and back. Maybe once more hooking the hands, the fingers. Opening that right rib cage. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, find your variation of extended side angle. Maybe your forearm is on your thigh, maybe your hand is on the floor, or maybe you find a bind here. Drawing that left shoulder up and open to the ceiling. Inhaling, coming back up to warrior two. And then once more bringing the hands to the mat. Left hand, fingertips facing towards the left foot. Right hand to the inside of the right knee. And then turn open over that right shoulder. Inhale, rising back up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Turn the palms facing forward. Right hand comes to the inside of the right thigh. Left arm reaches up. And then sliding the hand down along the leg, reaching here. Sukhasana. And hugging that beach ball to the other side. Or maybe we get to hold the beach ball just in our backyards or on our porches or on our balconies. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, turn back to the center here. Reach the arms out to the side. And then lift the heels. And just doing a little bit of a dance here. From side to side. Maybe bringing the upper body parallel to the floor here. Shimmying from side to side. Bring the hips down. Hands come to the floor and then straighten the legs. Turn the toes facing forward, coming into your wide-legged forward fold here. And maybe the middle and index fingers hook around the big toe. And drawing you a little closer here. Or maybe you just hold on to opposite elbows, swaying from side to side. And come onto the fingertips, lift up halfway. And then heel toe the feet in slightly, keeping the toes out. And from here, find your Malasana garland pose here. Just sitting for a moment. Hands folded, reaching up tall here. And then lower your seat down. Take your legs wide. Flexing the toes here. And then the right arm, maybe you have a block or books. Maybe it comes down onto the floor or onto the block. And from here, you reach that left arm up and bring it to the low back. You can draw that left shoulder up and open. You can stay here or reach that left arm overhead, reaching for the toes, but trying to make sure to always rotate that left shoulder up and open to the ceiling here, finding space. Yeah, it's not so important to touch your toes. It's more important to really open that left chest, that left shoulder up a little bit more. Inhale, coming back to the center, and then we switch sides with or without block or book underneath. The left forearm comes down, the right arm reaches high, and then first bring it to your sacrum, your low back, drawing that right shoulder open. Sink a little deeper towards that left foot, and then just see, maybe you like to bring that arm up and overhead, maybe reaching for the toes, but always drawing the shoulder and the chest open to the right. Inhale, reaching back up. Removing the block, just closing the legs here for a moment. Lifting out of your seat here. Inhale, lifting tall, and on the exhale, just walk your hands forward, finding Paschimottanasana, forward fold here. Maybe you reach your toes, maybe somewhere along your legs, reaching forward. And then coming back up. And then we place the feet on the mat here. And we slowly lower ourselves all the way back down. Keeping the feet on the mat, sliding them in a little bit closer to your buttocks. And from here, we inhale, we lift the arms up and overhead, lifting the hips. Exhale, lowering the hips, lower the arms down alongside the body. Just a few moving bridges here. Inhaling, reaching the arms overhead, lifting the hips. Exhale, lower down. And then the next time, holding your bridge pose here, you can keep the arms reaching overhead. You can bring the arms down alongside the body, maybe clasping the hands together, lifting the hips a little bit higher. You can stay here, you can straighten the right leg. Lift it up a little more, lifting the hips up. Lower it down. Maybe lifting the left leg up. Reaching and lower down. Relaxing the jaw, sending the breath along the front of the body. And lowering the hips down. And draw the knees into your chest. Just give yourself a nice hug here, squeezing, massaging, rolling from side to side. Maybe tuck your forehead to your knees. Make yourself really, really small here. And And lower the head back down, send the legs up straight to the ceiling, maybe also sending the arms up and just playing a little bit here, flexing and pointing toes and fingers. Maybe some circles, one way and the other way. If shoulder stand is in your practice, you can stay here in waterfall, maybe put a block under your hips, or you can come into shoulder stand, making sure you're supporting with your hands. You can come down to plow if that is in your practice, lowering the toes down behind you. Once the toes hit the floor, you can actually remove the hands from your hips. Maybe interlace them, reaching them, sending them away. And then wherever you are, whichever version you're in, slowly coming back out again. And finding a happy baby here, maybe holding on to the big toes, just rolling from side to side, playing a little bit here. Maybe straightening one leg and the other leg. And then sending legs out, sending arms out alongside the body, settling into your final resting pose, taking a moment, make some adjustments to get even a little bit more comfortable. Maybe cover up your eyes with something or putting on an extra layer. And then take that moment to sink into the ground. Inhaling and exhale side out and sink a little deeper. And scanning your body from head to toes. And put a little smile around the outside of your eyes here. And relax the jaws. Teeth are parted. Relax the shoulders. Feel your arms getting heavy. Your right hand gets heavy, your left hand gets heavy, sinking into the mat. Your hips. My cat is snoring. Her legs get heavy. And then just follow the waves of your breath in and out. Stay in your Sukhasana. Just maybe following the sound. Jai Jai Jayama, honoring the earth and the sun. Jayama. Gather your breath a little bit deeper, filling up. And return to the room, or maybe your garden if you're outside. Bringing movement into the body, just wiggling fingers, toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching nice and long. And then rolling over to one side. Staying there for a moment. taking in the effects of your practice. When you release expectations, you're free to enjoy things for what they are, instead of what you think they should be. And come back up, joining everyone in the seat, Sukhasana. We end as we began, sitting here. And bring the hands to the heart once more, a lot of space in here, so that there's a lot of room for everything that's possible. We bring the hands to the third eye center on the forehead, reminding us of releasing expectations from our thoughts. Down to the lips to remind us to release expectations from our words. And back to the hearts for no expectations in all of our actions. Om Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace to you all. Thank you so much for showing up, sending you love, light, and peace.